everyone, it's Christina from the DIYmommy.com, and today I want to share with you some Dollar Tree DIYs that are perfect for fall. Today's video is a collaboration with Liz Fenwick, and she has a fantastic YouTube channel that you've got to follow if you haven't already. She shares tons of DIY and decor ideas. Her style is fabulous and her videos are always on point, so make sure to watch her video after you watch mine. She's also going to be sharing some Dollar Tree DIYs. I love following trends in decor, even though I completely believe that you need to decorate for yourself and make sure your decor is perfect for you and your family. I think it's kind of fun to throw some trends in there if and when you like them. There's a few trends I've been seeing this fall in decor that I absolutely love and I want to include in my decor. So I'm going to show you how you can DIY those trends with Dollar Tree items. So let's get started. The first fall DIY decor trend I'm loving this year is plants. Plants in interiors have been so hot this year, especially in the fall. Grab these gold baskets from Dollar Tree, these cork trivets, as well as floral foam, candle holders, Spanish moss, faux greenery, and some pumpkins. Now, when I was playing around with this, I discovered that these cork trivets fit perfectly in the bottom here of one of the Dollar Tree gold baskets. I was just kind of playing and trying to think maybe I could glue them to the bottom of the basket, but when I shoved them in the bottom just like this, they don't budge. So this is pretty much the easiest DIY ever. I grabbed two of these gold baskets, two of the cork trivets, put two trivets in the bottom of each basket, and now you have some modern boho hanging plant stands. Super cute, super easy. Next, take a couple of the Dollar Tree candle holders, put some of the floral foam inside, and then cover the foam with Spanish moss. Now take some faux succulents or greenery or even faux flowers and place them inside of the floral foam. These ones are actually from Amazon. I had them on hand, so I thought I would use them. I will link them down in the description box below. But you can use really any sort of faux flower you want or faux greenery, or you could even use real greenery in a terracotta pot. Now to hang these, you can just put some screws in your wall and hang them like this. You could add a couple more screws if you want them to be even more stable. And then just place your plants inside. I love the modern boho look of these plant hangers and how simple they are to make. They only cost me $2.50 each Canadian. You could also put things inside like pumpkins if you want a really traditional fall look, or you can do some sort of combination of the two. I love the modern boho look of these, and you'll see that's going to be a theme throughout this video. It's pretty much my favorite look right now. Trend number 2 for fall decor this year is cottage core. Now this is a hashtag that's been going around on TikTok. Essentially, it's all things cottage, so flowers, romance, baking, cooking, everything I love. So we're gonna make a really cute little floral arrangement in a collage. I'm cutting up some of the floral foam from Dollar Tree in quarters, and then I'm gluing it on top of this round wooden piece. You could stain this round wooden piece, but I wanted the natural look of the wood. Next, take some of Dollar Tree's green moss, take a glue gun, apply glue all over the foam, and stick that moss right on top of the glue. You really gotta squish this moss down to get it to stick. Now, using moss with DIYs is extremely messy, be warned, but I love the natural look, and that's what we're going for with this cottage core trend. I'd also recommend searching this search term up on Pinterest to get a better idea about what it's all about, but I absolutely love it. It does have a bit of a boho feel with the natural elements, but it also has that vintage and that sort of antique spin that I love too. Once you've applied the moss to all of the sides and the top of the floral foam, you can give it a shake and just remove any of the excess. Now you can take some Dollar Tree flowers. I like these soft peachy colored ones that are in the fall section this year. And then grab one of these hurricane vases from Dollar Tree. You're going to want to make sure your flower arrangement fits under this vase. I'm also using these smaller flowers. These are actually from Michael's, but you can use some from Dollar Tree as well. And then I just went in my yard and found just some grasses and sticks because I love adding a little bit of a natural element, especially when I'm using Dollar Tree products. Now, once you have the arrangement the way that you like it, you put your hurricane vase on the table, put your arrangement upside down, and just carefully place it inside the hurricane vase. Now you can take your hot glue gun and apply glue to the base of the vase and then stick it down onto that little wooden piece. I used the eucalyptus oil trick, you might remember it from my TikTok DIYs video, to remove all the sticker residue on the top of the vase. And here's my little floral cloche that reminds me of the cottage core floral trend that's floating around here for fall. Trend number 3 that I want to talk about today is texture. So textures like boucle, textures like macrame, those are still really trending for fall. I found these bath mats at Dollar Tree. I got 2 of them and I actually loved both sides. I loved this fuzzier side of the bath mat as well as the textured side. You can also find this yarn at Dollar Tree as well. If you are going to use this yarn for this DIY, you're going to want to double it, and we're going to do some finger crochet. So make a loop like this and then pull a loop through. Then you have another loop and you're going to pull some more yarn through, and you can tighten it as you go. This is called finger crochet. You can also use a crochet hook to do a traditional crochet chain with a hook, but I kind of like using my fingers, and my daughters love doing it too, so this would be a fun project to get your kids involved with. We're going to be making a whole lot of crochet chains. I actually opted to use this cotton macrame cord instead of the Dollar Tree yarn for this project. You can use either one, it's completely up to you, but I will link in the description box below to this macrame cord that I got off of Amazon. First things first, you're going to want to make a crochet chain that's about the width of the bath mat. Now I am using these Gorilla Glue hot glue sticks. They are far better than the regular glue sticks I've used. They hold everything together really well. I know my fellow seamstresses are going to gasp when you see me gluing this DIY all together, but I promise you it stays really well. So once you have your crochet chain the length that you want it, you're going to apply glue to the very center of the bath mat. I'm using the back of the bath mat, but you could also use the front. And then you're going to want to stick the crochet chain on top of the strip of glue. I'll make sure to link to these glue sticks down in the description box below. Like I said, I find them a lot better than traditional glue sticks, especially when you're gluing fabrics, woods, and metals. Now you're just gonna create a whole lot more crochet chains to the width of the bath mat from Dollar Tree. Now you can do whatever design you want for this DIY. I decided to put 6 crochet chains in the middle. I'm putting 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and then you'll see I'm going to be adding a zigzag also here. And what we're making is an expensive looking textured pillow that I was inspired by when I saw something similar at HomeSense. And this one's gonna cost me less than 10 bucks to make, and I think it looks just as good. Make sure to leave some strings at the end and the beginning of each crochet chain. We're going to use those for fringes at the end of this DIY. Also err on the side of making the chains a little bit longer because it's quite easy to shorten them at the end, and it's a little more difficult to lengthen them. If you're doing a zigzag pattern like I am for this DIY, you can use a pen or pencil to trace out your pattern before you glue on your crochet chain. Now here I'm just taking out some of the crochet chain pieces that are a bit too long. You just kind of pull at them gently and then replace the knot. I'm also adding on an extra piece of crochet chain at the top and the bottom of my pillow. Once you finish the pattern on the front of the pillow, you can trim all of the fringe pieces on the left and right. You can also unravel them to give this pillow even more texture. This should work with the macrame cord and even the Dollar Tree yarn. Now I'm using this fiberfill, bought it off of Amazon. I'm taking the other placemat from Dollar Tree and I'm going to glue these wrong sides together. So just take your glue, make sure you're using really good hot glue like I'm using, put a strip on the top of the back bath mat, and then place the textured one that you made on top. Really press it down well and make sure everything is sticking and drying. Attach the top, the left, and the right, and about an inch on the bottom. You want to leave a pretty generous hole so you can stuff this pillow with the fiberfill. Once your front and back pillow pieces are glued together and everything's dry, you can start putting the fiberfill inside. Make sure to stuff it nicely into the corners of the pillow to give your pillow a nice full look. Once that's done, apply some hot glue to the final edges. I like to start from the center of my pillow just like this, and then you can glue the rest of the pillow shut. Use your hands as clamps to hold the fabric together as it dries. You can hand wash this pillow and lay it flat to dry, or use the gentle setting in your machine washer and lay it flat to dry. This is such a beautiful boho textured look, and I love the cost of this DIY. So fun, and I'm definitely using it in my fall decor this year. The final trend for fall 2020 decor that I want to talk about and DIY today is the color green. It is so on trend, and what is more green than some more plants? We're going to use some more plants, do another DIY with plants. I have this little grove of ferns in my forest. Again, love using natural elements, especially paired with Dollar Tree products, and I'm going to dry them. So you can take any sort of flower or greenery and grab it from your garden and press it. I'm taking a piece of plywood and putting some paper towel on top, and then placing all the fern pieces on top of that. Then add another piece of paper towel and then another piece of plywood, and let that sit for a week or so until everything is nice and dry. Now I'm using these picture frames from Dollar Tree, as well as a book I used for a previous DIY from the Dollar Tree. Take the backing off of the picture frame, and then rip out a page from the book from the Dollar Tree. Or any book that you have at home, it doesn't really matter. I do find books with slightly yellowed pages look a little bit better for this DIY because it has that really pretty antique look. Take some hot glue and dab it on the back of the backing of the picture frame, and then place the book page on top of that. Now you can arrange your dried piece of fern or floral any way you like. You can also add little bits of things like feathers. You can add some raffia ribbon. I made this bow from Dollar Tree raffia, and make any sort of little arrangement that you like. I wanted to make a few of these to make a grouping, so I'm doing one with just a fern and a raffia bow, and then I'm doing a couple more that are a little bit different. You can trim off any excess pieces of fern or flowers that you have at the bottom of your picture frame, pop the backing back into the frame, clip it all in, and you have a really simple piece of art that looks natural and beautiful for fall. Make a trio and any kind of grouping of these for a gallery wall, and I think they're such a great natural look for fall, and they bring in that trendy green color. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope you enjoyed these DIYs. Let me know down in those comments below which of these was your favorite. I would love to know. And don't forget to watch Liz's video after you watched mine. She's also sharing some Dollar Tree DIYs today. I'm gonna leave her video link down in that description box below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more DIY and decor ideas on a budget. I'm gonna leave some more videos that I hope you will love right up here.